Right, not sure how to start this video, but this is my second video about the Knight's Tour in R. So this is a video for people who are learning about R, who want to do something a little bit unusual in R, but also crossover with the chess community. And of course, you put those two things together on YouTube, and there's a good chance that I could get 5 or maybe 10 views on this video. Let me just see what happens if I put board, print board. Yo, object board not found. Well, that's great. Why not? That seems strange. Right. Let's do test C11. Boom. Okay. So what happens when I do that? It goes up and it runs a function called test, which is most of this program. It creates a board. Creates a chessboard 8 by 8. Now you have to bear in mind this is a matrix, so obviously I want to use x comma y, because if I use y comma x it'd be a bit strange. So throughout the program I reference squares on the board as x comma y. So for example, board xy here. Okay, but because it's a matrix in R, this is the origin. The square 1 1 is up in the top left corner. And the x-axis goes down here because it's a matrix. So you're actually referencing rows first and then columns. So there's a couple of things that I had to do. I had to do legal move is a function that from any position can find all the possible knight moves. So for example, if you're on this edge here, you can do a knight move to here. You can do one to here and here and here. But of course you can't go left because you're on the edge of the board. That's what legal move does. Or what happens though is legal move comes back as, I think it's got out of 8, it's a list of 8, and the ones you can't do are zeros. So then you strip those. So for example, okay, so now we should be able to say legal move from 5-5. Oh wait. Oh, this is a disaster. Okay, legal move. You pass a I've forgotten what they're called in R. A vector with 2 values. Yes. Okay, so from 5-5, you can do all 8 knight moves, which are defined here. Move 1 would be 2 down, 1 across. These are downs, and these are acrosses. So just defined all 8 knight moves. And then if I go strip legal move the 5-5. No, actually, let's go legal move 1-1. Yes. So from the top left corner, there are only 2 possible knight moves, 1 and 3. So you can go 2 down, 1 across. You can go 1 down, 2 across. So I just wanted to show you that because it's a function that I'm kind of, oops, I just overloaded the mic. It's a function that I'm quite sort of proud of, pleased with. And so as you can see, create a board, start somewhere, do a legal knight move. Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to show you is, so you get a list of legal moves. Right, so let's just say something like, right, X is strip legal move C4-4. Print X. Okay, so that's all the moves. Now, test is sample X. Print test. See what it did? So this sample, because R is such a good statistical language, I didn't even have to come up with my own way of shuffling. So X says that there are 8 legal moves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But then sampling it gives the same numbers but in a random order. So this is a way that I was able to randomly test different knight moves. So let's put the function back into the program like this. Put the function back in. and then we're going to run it, and we're going to start on 1 1, and we're going to just randomly try Knight's tours. So if I go up here, this is a Knight's tour. So you start on 1, then it goes to here, then it goes to here, then it comes back to here, then it goes to 5, then it goes to 6, then it goes to 7, then 8, and then eventually it'll paint itself into a corner, and then it will give up, and then it will try again and again and again. And here I'm asking it to get at least 62 squares and then stop. So it'll almost be a full Knight's tour. So let's clear the console. This was one of the previous tests. It took 58,000 attempts to get 62 moves. So what I'll probably do is I'll run this. You can see it running, and then I will speed it up and maybe put some music over it. So let's see how long it takes. Wow, that's amazing. So it took 58,870 attempts to get a board, and this seems to happen where it's the corners. This is starting to feel a little bit like the Rubik's Cube or something, where you've just got 2 corners. That's all you need is to get to those 2 corners, but of course you can't get to both. Not from one Knight's move, obviously. So yeah, at some point, so this is like an incremental thing where the first video I made was very short, and all I did was just repeated the same Knight's move until it found the edge of the board. And now this second video, I've done a lot more programming, and I've managed to obviously introduce, so it's not just edge detection, but all of the possible legal moves. Also, I have to point out, you're not allowed to repeat this. You're not allowed to visit the same square twice. So it has to test from any point. It has to test all the legal Knight moves, but then check if it does those moves, does it end up on a square that's 0? If so, that's fine. Go to the square that's 0. But if that square's already numbered, so it's been visited before, rule that one out, and then try another one. And obviously, if all the possible legal moves from a position result in squares that have been visited before, throw that board away and start again until you get a board that has 62 squares filled in, and there are 64 possible. But if I change it to 63, I think it's going to go on for a lot longer. And if I change it to 64, who knows? So I've mentioned to Huey, I'm sure there are strategies you can use to do this more efficiently, and I will look into that now, but I just wanted to do a program that does it by brute force. So should we leave it there, and I'll continue tweaking around with it, and I'll do one more video. Please like, subscribe, ding the bell, comment below, or just watch me on TikTok where I get views.